Hello, hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. I'm good. How are you, Fancy? Welcome, welcome. Hello. So, my name is Jasmine. I am a contributing writer for SwagHer magazine. I'm also a lead publicist and owner of Jasmyne, a public relations agency based in New York City. Today we'll be speaking to Belinda. She is a author, a philanthropist, and a overall entrepreneur. So yeah, we'll be getting into her story, what she has going for her, starting this new 2022 out, and diving deep into what she's got going on. So we'll get that started in just a couple seconds. Hey, girl. How is everybody this afternoon? Good, good, good. So I'll just let a few more people join in, and then we'll welcome in Belinda. I heard that, Diamond, in my lab making products. What kind of products do you make? Let us know in the chat, Miss Diamond Body Care, so we can put everybody else on in the SwagHer team to what you got going on. So Belinda has joined us, so I'll go ahead and add her in. Okay, plant-based body care. I have to look into that. I think I invited you in, Belinda. Hello, Miss Belinda.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good
Can
to
you
hear.
see me okay? I'm just
I can, yes.
trying a new position here.
You look lovely.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
Thank you. How are you guys? How are you today, first of all?
fine. I can't complain. How are you on this
Oh, good.
Thursday?
Yes, making it happen. I mean, mommy business, boss mom business, you
Right.
name it. I've been doing it since 5 a.m. So,
Ooh, earlier start than me. Okay.
yeah,
The
yeah.
life of a momapreneur. Okay. Um, So guys, like I said, we're welcoming in Belinda today. She is a entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and a author as well.
Yes,
So we're going to get into some of the things you do, get our audience a little bit more acquainted with yourself. So to
certainly.
start off here at SwagHer magazine, we're obviously big on swag. What can you tell us about your swag or what that means to you or how you express that?
I don't follow dress codes. I don't. I just wear what makes me feel good.
All right, so
And
maybe not just what you wear, just what your swag is to you, how you embody that.
okay, well, I guess just how I embody my swag is I mean, I've never been asked this question, and I should have done my research before.
That's
So
fine. That's fine.
my sincerest apologies in
No,
terms
just a
of
lighthearted question. No, no biggie.
yeah. So I guess just how I embody my swag is just, how I prioritize for me, really. It's really about what I put first in my life, and that's number one, that's God for me. And my family second, and then of course my businesses. And I do understand the placement of that and how important it is to prioritize and make sure that all these things are in place so that the other can properly support the others in the way that they
Right.
need to. So I hope that answers your question.
It does. I'm not mad at that answer at all. At all. You got to keep that first for sure. Okay, so delving into what you got going on, we'll start with so you have your hair care line for your daughters that you spearhead. Can you tell us a
Yes.
little bit more about that? And just really quickly, I just want to say God bless to your daughter who I know is in recovery from her diagnosis. So very happy to hear about that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So my daughter, the hair care brand that we have is Bella Miracle Hair, which was inspired by my daughter's fight of cancer. And I'm really happy to say that she's in complete remission right now, and that's a real blessing for us. Of course, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do as a mom is fight for my child when nothing in her wanted to fight for herself. So that was one of the toughest things I had to do, but I'm really happy to say that it's we're on the other side of that now, and that's super exciting for me. And I believe that whenever we are faced with insurmountable odds or just extreme challenges, that there's an extreme blessing that we can get from it as well. So for me, I needed to find that extreme blessing. So in every phase of her journey, of course, we found a way to bless others. Even when she was going through, we would create little songs to sing to other cancer patients. And Miracle, she's full of joy, and I don't allow what we're going through to be a part of our experience. We give ourselves 15 minutes to complain, gripe, and be sad about it. Then we move on quickly. So moving on quickly, that takes work, right?
Right.
So a part of our moving on quickly, as soon as we got, okay, she's in remission, we went to work. We're like, okay, so now it's time to grow your hair back. Now, we all know that the hair is going to grow back on its own, but my goal and our focus really was to make sure that her hair grew back thick and healthy, not just grow back in the same state that she lost it. So we created Bella Miracle Hair Oil, and it has been an amazing experience for us all. And we have a great product, and it's just the first of many products to come. So we're also looking to expand her products and hopefully get them in Target this year. So that's our
Okay.
2022 year goal. Yeah, so we're
That's
excited.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how you were able to shift that and
Yeah.
not only, you know what I mean, just think about yourselves, but be able to correspond that to other people as well and be a blessing to other people, even in the
Yes.
midst of your own storm. That's I can't even imagine how much strength that took, but
Oh yeah.
blessings to you all for that for sure. And I
Thank you.
hope you guys get into Target soon. That would be
Oh, we
pretty
will.
cool. I know
Absolutely.
that. Um, so, as far as your products, what has been the feedback from everyone about it for you
People,
selling it?
it's one of those products that they don't want to live without.
Mm.
Because once you start, you don't want to slow down the hair growth process, because we really added some very key potent oils that really help to stimulate the hair growth, including secret ingredients that helps to support the stimulation of the oils. So it's an excellent formula. And we find that people, they'll buy one to try it the first month, and then they go back for 5 the next month. So it's been great. We have had great responses. I'm working on improving, which right now there's a very slight lavender smell to it, but I want it to be a little bit stronger. I don't know. I just love fragrances, just for me, so that that can give others another reason to wear it, just because it smells so amazing. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, on top of your hair care line, you've also added author to your title, and you have a new book out. What can you
Absolutely.
tell us about the book?
Wow, this book has changed my life. It has been amazing. We've sold already over 1,000 copies, so that's exciting for me. It took a lot of hard work, of course, but I'm grateful for the success that the book has had. It's not even on Amazon. This is all like either in person or overline or online, just really promoting it. So it's just really truly been a blessing. We have some other things coming up soon that we're doing, that we're going to be announcing soon, that'll be on TV because of the book. So that's super exciting. I have countless interviews because of the book, and I've even found my future husband because of the book. And so
Wow.
it's just been so amazing. And again, like um everything I do, it's really inspired from something I've gone through.
Right.
And so with everything I have gone through, I do my best to grow through that as well. So this book is no different. Because I have no problem getting to the altar. I've been married before. I've gotten divorced. Okay. So I know that I don't have a problem saying I do. I don't have an issue with being in a committed relationship. So, the name of the book is Dear Future Husband, and the link is in my bio. So yeah, and if you get it, let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. That's Fancy SwagHer. Yeah.
And from what I
So
know, it has tons of affirmations for women who
it's
are trying to find their
exactly
mate,
right.
some
Hmm.
self accountability things to kind of go over for
Oh
yourself,
yeah.
and to access
Oh
what you're
yeah.
going through yourself. What can you tell us without giving away too much about some of those affirmations and things?
Oh my God. My favorite one. Okay, so let me just tell you the backstory. I took the mistakes that I've made, corrected them with therapy and, counseling and advice from others. And I literally made a decision to change it. What should we all do, when we, find a problem that we have? We shouldn't just sit there in that problem. We should do what's necessary to change it. So that's what I did. I began to write down everything I wanted in a relationship, right? Everything I wanted in a relationship, but from a different perspective. Before, I was a little bit more shallow. Before, I didn't, character wasn't a huge part of it. How gentle he is with me wasn't a huge part of it. But all those things are in this part of my book. And it's just, it means everything to me because of my previous experience. Now, um, I took those things, and I also, after writing my list, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, now who do I really need to be to bring that type of man into my life? Who do I really need to be to have that type of experience? So those are the things that I really focus on the book. Is just not what you want. Okay, great. It's amazing for us to, affirm ourselves so that we can have what we want. But do you want to keep what you get? Okay, how about try being in alignment with that so that you can keep those things into your life? So, I mean, because a lot of women, we don't have problem getting men. We have men coming at us all the time, and that's my experience. But I want a quality man that
Right.
stays and that's consistent, that loves me for me, with the makeup on, without makeup on. He still thinks I'm so beautiful, and that's important to me. So who do I need to be in order to attract and to live out that experience in this day and age? Because I believe I can have it.
I know that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, so you definitely just got to do that deep dive. I think that's the step a lot of us miss sometimes when seeking a mate. Like, who are you at the core of it? You know what I'm saying? And how do you attract that? So yeah, I think that this book is
Absolutely.
definitely something that we all can benefit from for sure.
Right.
So on top of that book, I believe you also have a cookbook because you're
I do.
vegan. So
Yes.
you're helping us out with some vegan recipes. So can you tell us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, everything about me was created from a place of trial and pain and error, and then me learning to cope and learning from my trial. So I was told I would never have children.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. I was told I would never have children. By the time my mom was I'm sorry, by the time my grandmother was 35, she was diagnosed with cervical cancer, and she actually passed away by the time she was 36. By the time my mom was 24, she had to have a full hysterectomy, so she could have no longer have children. I was her last. And by the time I was 18 years old, they told me your reproductive system is so riddled with cysts, you would have to have your cervix removed in order to even live a full life. Forget about having children. That's not in the cards for you. But I went to God, and I'm like, there is a no way. Like, I am so nurturing. Children love me. Like, I know there's a mom in me. Like, I knew that that was not my future. And that's why I love the saying, like, if what you are seeing right now is not what you saw in your vision, it's because it's not the end of your story. So for me, that was not the end of my story, sis. So I asked a second opinion, and they said the same thing. I was like, you know what? This is not working. I asked a third opinion, and they gave me the same bad news. So I'm like, no, that's not the end of my story. And I believe that. So then I went to a nutritionist. I talked to a naturopathic doctor. And in me talking to the naturopathic doctor, he's like, listen, try a vegan diet. He said that if your grandmother and your mother had the same disease that they're now saying you have, is obviously hereditary. Most hereditary things can be fixed by diet and lifestyle change. Start getting sunlight, okay, walking daily, changing your diet, taking meat, cheese, and dairy out of your diet, and see what that does for you. He also put me on I can't remember because it was such a long time ago now. He put me on, I don't remember what it's called, but I remember what I had to take. Every day I had to juice carrots, apple, garlic, celery,
Yeah, that juicing will
and
do it for you for
beets.
sure.
And that is what dissolved my cyst. And as a result of it dissolving my cyst, I was able to get pregnant. And
Wow.
I'm the mother of 5 amazing children today.
Wow. So
So
from three diagnoses of not being able to have children to
yeah,
having five beautiful children, that is
5 beautiful
so
children. I did, and that's why people they look at me and it's like, do you ever slow down? I'm like, no, I don't. I can sleep when I'm dead. Yes,
right,
that
right.
part. And I just simply don't believe no it is an option. I'm like, okay, so it's just not that way. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't believe in no. So yeah,
Just pivoting and finding what does work for you.
absolutely.
Amen to
That's right.
that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so basically, what inspired you for both of these books is, like you said, just what you've gone through, and
Yeah.
instead of just kind of sitting in that despair and just trying to finding a way out and pivoting,
Absolutely,
basically.
finding my purpose through my pain. You
Hmm.
know, we hear that all the
Beautiful.
time. It's like, and it's so cliche-ish, but what does that look like? It looks like them telling you you can't have children, and you're saying, yes, I can. And I'm gonna share my story with you one day, and then finding a way to make it happen. Them telling you that, hey, your daughter's not gonna make it. She has 8 months to live. And you're saying, oh, yeah, she'll be a part of your story as a doctor. Watch my God work, and you finding a way to make it happen, even if it means, no, I'm not going to give my child the last 2 doses of your of your recommended chemotherapy. Instead, I'm going to fly outside of the country and get her an alternative medicine that will actually cure the cancer so it doesn't come back. So it's sometimes you have to make radical moves, but when you do that, you'll have radical results. One of my posts, I believe yesterday, is extraordinary people. They go through extraordinary things, but they reap extraordinary rewards. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I gotta remember that.
Yeah.
So you're you're clearly big on philanthropy as well. Like you said, on top of dealing with your daughter's diagnosis, you found a way to give back to other children who were suffering in the same way. What more
Yes.
can you tell us about your philanthropy?
Man, I'm okay. I grew up poor. I'm sorry I have so many stories for everything, but this is my
No, we
life.
loving it. We
I
loving it.
grew up poor. Like I had nothing. I looked all around me and all I saw was poverty. And I knew that that could not be my life. I'm like, God, you put this in me. I did not choose to love nice things and to know I was going to be wealthy. Like
Right,
you put that on me, and I'm not going to compromise who I am as a woman by sacrificing my body and doing things that compromise my integrity for money. So Lord, let's make a deal.
right.
Okay, if
Let's
you
figure
give
something
me
out.
money, yes, here's what's in it for you. Not in a disrespectful manner. I'm just being
No, of
entertaining right
course.
now. But I said, God, if you give me money, I will be a conduit for your blessings. I will give 10% of everything that you give me. I will find a family to help, and I will bless and give back to charities and ministries, and I will make sure missionaries are able to travel to third world countries. And I've done that. And I've given each year, I give over 100 grand just away to charities, to missionaries, to families, to people who need it. And, you know, God has continued to bless me. So I continue to give.
That's beautiful. Paying it forward definitely keeps those
Yeah.
blessings and that abundance coming for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, you clearly have the realm of entrepreneurship down. What any or what of kind of any advice can you give somebody who's trying to step into the same field, especially
Okay.
for the moms? Because I can only imagine being a mom and juggling entrepreneurship. What kind of advice can you give for those specifically?
Yes, discipline. Treat your business like a job until it can pay you like a boss. And that's important. It's like so often, you know, individuals go into entrepreneurship and they realize shortly after, like, oh my God, I have to set my own schedule. There's no one telling me what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. I have to be the innovator of every aspect of this thing. Oh, I'm the first domino for real. Okay, yes,
Right.
you are, sis. So it's really about starting there and creating a plan that allows you to execute powerfully. And so often we just do it to look good, but what does it really look like to build a solid foundation? I would say do the homework on that, because for every person that has a business, your foundation is going to be different. And I would say definitely work on yourself, because I would say that would be the most important thing, really, that the first domino, like you will be the first domino for your business and for the success of others that you bring to your business. Remembering not to just focus on what you want, but how you can help others achieve what they want. Because if you help others get what they want, you know, you'll have everything that you need by default. So I've done that a lot, focusing on others that's, you know, a part of my team to accomplish their goals. And as a result, they go hard for me. I remember just a quick story. When my daughter did actually experience cancer, and I have been running and working and just helping other people for so long just achieve their goals. And I recall that how during that time I had to drop everything, but nothing dropped. My businesses still
Stayed afloat.
thrived. Like
Right.
my team got together and they stayed together, and they created WhatsApp groups. They had one person of contact for me, so I only had to talk to one person a day. They had food deliveries to my home because I have other children. They made sure my bills were paid. They just, oh my God, they took over my life. And one of the young ladies that work on my team, thank you so much. One of the young ladies that work on my team actually said to me, she was like, B, we finally get to give back to you. And that brought tears to my eyes. So being an entrepreneur, it's you're in it by yourself, but just remember that you're not in it for yourself. You're in it so that you can help other people to become better, to accomplish their goals. And if your focus is helping others to accomplish their goals, you will accomplish everything that your heart desires. I really believe that.
Yes. Okay. So key things I took away from that was strong discipline,
Yes.
strong team,
Yes.
strong sense of self, for sure.
Yes.
Three key ingredients to
Absolutely.
being an entrepreneur. Okay, keep that in mind,
Absolutely.
y'all. So where do you see your career in 5 years? I know it's probably kind of hard to see with everything going on, and you're already in your bag with so much going on, but what do you hope to see for yourself in 5 years for your business?
Absolutely, yes. A boss with a vision. I mean, hey, that's what we're talking about, right? So definitely, I see myself in a space of just vacationing for a living. That's where I'm
Right?
gonna be in 5 years, because right now, over the next 2 years, I will have all of my passive income streams solidified, and they each will be bringing in 7 figures. So I know that I will have the opportunity to travel within 5 years. I will be traveling the world, and I will be helping and really fulfilling my purpose and my passion by helping others. I want to see, like, I want to be there to build walls on school, not just donate the money there. I want to be there to help, the poor in third world countries. I really want to be there for that. I mean, that's my heart. And I made a deal with God, and, we've been doing well so far, and I continue to see this thing through.
That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. So with being an entrepreneur, a lot of people like to just see the glitz and the glam of it. And like you
Yeah.
said, there's a lot of discipline, self hard work that has to go into that.
Yeah.
What are some of the obstacles you can say or challenges that you faced? Um,
Whew. Hey, I look at the challenges that entrepreneurs face as a must, okay? Because it's a qualifier. And I tell my team all the time, I'm like, yeah, you're going through that, but hey, that's your qualifier. Who are you going to be through this process? Because this is going to show you who you are. And
right.
then, just to constantly remind yourself and team and just individuals that are watching that there are two things that's going to expire, but one before the other. So you got to make a decision to not let your problem expire before you do. So when you're going through, you gotta get that you are going to choose to grow through. You're gonna have to choose to grow through the process, right? And when you grow through that, get lessons and just spend time in meditation and in prayer, and just say, what did I need to get from that? Because the only problems that we have to repeat are the ones that we choose not to learn from.
Right.
So I mean, so if we get that as entrepreneurs, that challenge that you're faced with now is there to elevate you. Because see, the level that you're on right now is not the level that you can stay on in order to accomplish your goals. You have to, if you've never had that thing that you're seeking, you can't have that thing and be who you are currently. You've got to grow, sis. You've got to grow. And it's like, if we get that growth is a part of this. Like I'm a Christian, so I believe in quoting scriptures. God says that I would, above all, that you would prosper and be in health as your soul prospered. So as you grow as a person, you get qualified to get to that next level. So it's not just about, okay, well, this obstacle, and I've never seen anyone to get over this obstacle, so obviously I can't do it either. Just don't accept no, because that obstacle is there to grow you and to stretch you and to get you to the next level.
Right. Like maybe say you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable to be able to
Yes.
elevate and get to that next level for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
And I like that. But here's the thing, I don't want to be comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm just going to be honest with you. I want to feel good. I want to feel in that feel good space. And if we spend too much time, I feel like if we spend too much time being uncomfortable, we're getting used to repeating that same cycle. So that's the point of it. Like, no, if you like, our emotions and our feelings, what we're feeling is always there to guide us. It's a part of our emotional guidance system. So like, if we get that, if we're not feeling good, there's something that needs to shift, right? There's something that's in us that needs to shift. And sometimes it's about figuring out what it is in you that causes you to keep repeating that same thing over and over again. And if you figure out what that is that keeps causing you to repeat that same thing, you eliminate that, and then you get to watch yourself elevate and no longer be uncomfortable.
Well said. Good counterpoint. With being an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, many say that you should look to somebody who's doing better than you in order to, you know what I'm saying, elevate and understand where you're trying to go. Who are some people that inspire you that you look up to?
Oh my gosh. The people that inspire me are not necessarily famous, but I love them so much. I love Miss Skittles. I think she is amazing. She absolutely inspires me. I love Shariza Wilkerson. Oh
Okay,
my God, these are such powerful women that I can touch and talk to. Of course, I have like the Michelle Obamas and
right.
and I think she's phenomenal, and I absolutely love and was inspired by her book. But I want my mentors to be able to pick up the phone when I call them. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? I want their personal number. I want to go to their house. I want to walk around your crib, sis, and ask you, how'd you do this? Can you teach me? You
Right,
know?
right,
So one of the things I try to remember is never be the richest person in my circle.
right.
That's number one. And also never be the smartest person in my circle. So I'm always looking for women that are smarter than me that we can sit down and break bread with. So yeah, so definitely Skittles, Shariza. Oh my God, Nene Leagues. That's my girl as well. There's so many of them. Destiny from Love and Marriage.
Oh,
Huntsville,
okay.
that's my girl too. And all these women to me are great friends of mine, and we break bread together and we grow together. And we just help each other get to the next levels in our lives. So yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to have a really strong tribe for sure that can
Yes.
help elevate you. With reward comes great risk. What are some of the risks you can tell us that you've taken thus far?
Oh my God. Okay. So one of the risks that I've taken recently is I got a divorce.
Okay.
That was a risk for me because my ex-husband, he handled a lot of the internal things in my business.
Okay.
So I had to, I was unhappy and I wasn't being treated the way I needed to be treated. So I needed to make a decision on like, am I going to continue in a relationship that's uncomfortable and unhealthy for me? Or am I going to take a risk knowing that, hey, this is my business and I can continue to, take care of the things that need to be taken care of and on my own, or find a team to be able to do those things. So that was a huge risk. And as an entrepreneur and as a mom and as just a woman or person, really, you gotta just always choose what's best for you. Of course, I'm a big advocate of marriage. I would never advocate, a divorce unless you're unhealthy or unsafe.
Right.
So I had to take that risk and I had to move. And I stayed in the marriage for a long time, knowing that it wasn't healthy for me. So I finally did it. So now I'm in a better place. I know that I'm gonna be married soon, and this time it's gonna
Oh,
be
that's right.
forever.
Right. Well, it's good to see
Yeah.
you on the other side of that risk for sure and still
Yes. Yes.
thriving regardless of it, you know.
Yeah. And I guess that's just say that don't be afraid to lose people that aren't serving you.
Mm,
That's just you're not afraid. It doesn't matter like how much they are showing up in your life right now. Um, if you're not happy, if that person is bringing you pain in any capacity, then let go of the toxicity so that you can get to your place of being blissful.
yes, don't be afraid to cut off those dead ends.
There you go. Yeah.
So it's been great to get to know a little bit more about you and your endeavors. I'm
Yes.
full of everything that you said, the quotes. I'm here sitting here like that. I need to write that down. Um, what can you leave us with? I know you're really big on your faith,
I
and you're
am.
big on a collective of like prayer and stuff like that. What can you
Yeah.
leave us with, the Swagger audience?
Well, I can definitely leave you guys with this. This is a new year. It's a new year, and it's never too late or too early to start over. So I would definitely encourage you, just whatever goals you've set for this new year, understand that to keep from being overwhelmed, you're going to have to categorize your, not just your life, but also your goals, right? And you're going to have to break them down in small, attainable, miniature goals. And as you do that, you'll see yourself accomplish those things. And don't be afraid to stop for a minute and celebrate and reward yourself. You need that. We need that. One of the things also that has served me, that I'll leave with you guys too, is take a day off a week. As entrepreneurs, we don't respect our time. God said 6 days shall you work and do all your labor. But that last day, take a day off. And it doesn't matter what I've done or what I accomplished. People say I'm always busy, but you'll find me resting one day of the week. And I find that, and I choose that to be my Saturday, my Sabbath. So I take that day off and I'm always resting. I will not work. I'll do like conferences and things like that because I'm serving people, but I'm not in a position to where I'm working, I'm grinding. I take that day off, and that has served me. It has allowed me to recenter, refocus with my children. And also when I get remarried, that's going to be the day that, and I renew my love with my hubby. And there's so many different things that you get to do when you stop just for 24 hours and just take a break, and you get new downloads and everything. So just work hard, grind, categorize yourself, categorize your life, your goals, and don't be afraid to reward yourself on small accomplishments, and also rest. Take a
Right.
day a week. Yeah,
Right. I think a lot of people forget that too. So everybody's
they
like, oh,
do.
grind mode. And it's like you have to
Yes,
recharge at some point to be able to, fill back into yourself and others as well. So
exactly.
great
Exactly.
piece of
Yeah.
words for us. Where can we find your books, your hair care line, so we can help and support?
Anything is you all can all go to my page, MRSB NDU, and let's see if I can type that in here for you all. And then the link is there in my bio. So to everything, to Bella Miracle hair oil. Also, the link is in my bio to purchase my book. I saw a couple of people say that they purchased it already. Thank you so much for that. Please take a picture and tag me in it. I would love to know what your thoughts are about my book. So yeah, absolutely. And yeah, feel free to go to dearyourfuture.com. But again, the link is also in my bio. Oh, thank you. BellaMiracleHair.com as well. Thank you. Thank you.
A lot of
Yeah,
support in here. That's great. That's
I
great.
appreciate it
Looks like you're
for
off to a
sure.
prosperous new year.
Looking forward to it. And thank you too, sis. This is an amazing platform. Kudos to you. I always love seeing other women be successful and doing their thing. Any way I can support you in the near future, please do not hesitate to reach out.
Really appreciate that. Nancy is the catalyst of this, and she's given me the opportunity to do this as well. So definitely
Awesome.
appreciate the tribe of women coming together to help each other elevate. And we look forward
Yes.
to see what else you have going on this year and in the near future.
Yes. Thank you. Thank
Thank you so much for
you.
your time.
Yes, it was my pleasure. Take care.
You as well. Bye. Bye,
Bye
you
bye.
guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
You are gorgeous.